you beautiful Spark, and welcome back to another solo episode of Spark TV. I am your host, Danielle Lewis, the CEO and founder here at Spark Business, the place to be for women in business who want to grow their profit and impact. Now, today I wanted to give you a quickie, a little life hack, something that works so well for me to trick myself into doing the hard and or boring things. Now, if there's one thing I've learned over the last 12 plus years in business is that oftentimes it is the boring things or it is the hard things. Sometimes boring is hard. Anyway, things that just make such a big impact in your business. You know, when let's just take, because I'm a salesperson, I'll always give a sales example, sales outreach as an example, right? Most people find it boring to sit down and email 100 people every day. It is time consuming, it's monotonous, it is uncomfortable because you don't want to be sitting there and doing it. As a result, we put it off and don't do it, which is no good for consistency of sales in our business. And there's many other things like that you can insert here, right? Checking in on your metrics, the health of the business. How about that? Doing your bookkeeping. How about that? Whatever it is for you, there's going to be things in business that are hard and that are boring to do. But they are really what you're here for. I know a lot of business owners start businesses because they have a specific skill set. And then we get into business thinking that we're going to show up beautifully, serve our people, create beautiful things, and then there's all this boring shit to do. But if you don't do that stuff, the business doesn't survive, it doesn't thrive, it doesn't scale, you don't get to live out that big vision and mission that you have. And don't get me wrong, there will be a time in your life where you have got enough money to start outsourcing some of the boring things. But it's not all the things. You can't always outsource all the things. And in the early days, you do have to show up and you are the be all and end all to the business and you've just got to get over it. But here's where the life hack comes in. So what I've learned to do is to trick myself into doing the boring things. So I couple tasks together to make the time pass quickly. Now, this works specifically well for tasks that are repetitive, that don't require too much thinking. So things like sales outreach. So whether it is I'm cold emailing people who I want to be my customers, whether I am emailing people who I want to be podcast guests, or emailing people who I want to be on their podcast, or as I said, doing the bookkeeping, any of those things. Now, what I've learned is that you don't have to sit at your desk. Sometimes you need to get into another workspace, another situation. And sometimes for me, that workspace is sitting on the couch with a glass of wine. And now look, I've been in trouble twice in the last month for recommending drinking wine, but this is just who I am. And I believe that, sitting down and having a glass of wine, there's nothing wrong with that. So if I can couple a task that I find really boring with a TV show that I like, and a glass of wine, I can pump through that bookkeeping and just or that sales outreach I've got to do for the day. And the time just passes because I'm half laughing at a TV show, half enjoying a nice glass of wine, and half doing the work that I actually had to do. And that works for me. The other thing I hate doing is exercising. I know as an adult who is nearly 40 that I am supposed to have my shit together and be looking after my health and well-being. I just hate it. I hate it. So what I have done to trick myself into exercising is I have purchased off Amazon a kind of like a table / desk thing that you attach to the handles on your treadmill. So now when I walk on the treadmill, I can be working. So what happens is my screen is up and it's hiding all of the numbers. So I'm not just like watching the numbers, like watching how long I've actually been walking for. So I just walk at a moderate pace and I pick off jobs that I don't like doing. Again, like outreach, scheduling social media content, creating social media content for that matter, whatever it is. So now not only am I walking, getting that out of the way, but also getting the boring task out of the way as well. And yes, I've got a TV up, of course, in front of the treadmill as well. So I couple tasks together to trick myself into doing the task that I don't want to do. And what I've learned is that is a damn sight better than me sitting at my office desk and just procrastinating. It is better than me sitting at my office desk, doom scrolling through Instagram and having an hour pass and not doing anything because I really don't want to do that job. But if I trick myself into doing it by coupling it with a task that I enjoy, or even just another task that I don't enjoy, but by putting them two together, magically they cancel each other out, that has just been a game changer for me. And you know what? After 12 years in business, I would be lying if I said I jumped out of bed with the same passion that I did when it was like this new bright and shiny thing. It does not mean I don't love the mission that I'm on and the vision that I'm on, but there are some tasks that I don't love doing. So this has really helped me. This is my life hack, my business hack that has really helped me show up every day and do the boring things that I know move the needle in my business. If you have a hack that works for you, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love for you to comment. I don't know where you're watching this, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Apple. So reply to anything that you can. I'd love to hear from you and what makes your boring tasks a little bit more palatable. If not, try one of these ones. I hope that's helped you. I hope it brings a little bit more ease to your business day. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Thank you for backing yourself in business. And if no one else tells you today, you've got this. Love you. See you in the next episode of Spark TV.